Hello everybody, this is Bill Pratt here again from Money Professors. And as promised, I told you I'd do a follow-up video to give you a little background about where we came from and how we got to where we are now, which is what I consider day one, last video, day one of sort of our new journey of the online business. Now, if you don't care about the past, that's perfectly fine. You can skip this video, right? Because there's not really going to be any tips or hints or clues. Just a little background about where we are, and you might get something from this. I'm going to show you our website and explain kind of the details there, but nonetheless, so here is our website, the Money Professors. Actually, I haven't even updated the logo there. I need to do that. As you can see, I've changed the logo, and my reasoning behind that had to do with the blues and the greens. If you notice, everything is blue now. That's sort of the thing. Green talks about wealth and strength, and blue is sort of a softer, trustworthy. So Money Professors, I figured the combination of trustworthiness and wealth was a good idea. So anyway, so that was our original logo. Actually, I've tweaked it a little bit, but I've changed colors now. So here it is. There's the three of us in cartoon form because we're not that great looking. So I didn't want to put us in our actual pictures. Anyway, I may change this. I'm still working on that. This is all done by me. I didn't hire anybody to do anything. I just purchased a theme and built it on my own. It's what they call a WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get, or a drag and drop editor type of thing. I can show you that on a completely separate video where I'll actually show you some of the features of it and how to build a basic website. It's the details here. I'm not really sure what to put as a header. Still working on that. I'll have to do a little research to see what's going on. But here's a sign up for a newsletter type of thing. You'll see here. I guess this will date this video, but we're now in January of 2019. So our personal finance textbook is now available. And as I said in the last video, we started with personal finance, right? So that makes sense. That's kind of our bread and butter. But what I'm getting at is I'm building a business dealing with personal finance, which is why I'm creating these videos so that you can kind of watch this journey as we build this business, right? And I mean, all the things that worked and all the things that didn't work. It'll be live. And of course, I'll do a summary at the end. My goal ultimately is then to be able to create a course, a nice solid course for someone trying to build their own business from the ground up based on all of my experiences. So you can skip the things I did wrong and go straight to the things that hopefully that we do right. Okay. As you can see here, what I did is I segmented mine for people that want to pay off debt, improve credit, or manage their money or increase their income. And then also sort of some target markets. We have information for college students and grads, college parents, obviously, an important group, and then financial educators, because I really want to be able to help financial educators kind of build their business, build their brand, and that's my cat in the background, and to be able to, help their clients a lot better with some content. So anyway, there's that. And then I created this Start Here because I was reading some things on blogs, and all these people said, oh, you have to have a Start Here section. I'm probably going to get rid of this. I might be wrong, but I don't see the value in it. And you'll see what I did is here's a little video I'd created, and then our a book that we created that actually will be the core foundation of the money course that I'm going to teach. I don't know if the title will be Turn Your Debt into Dollars yet. I haven't got that far. But the workbook has been created already. It'll be tweaked based on what I learned from building the course. But I'm just, again, my point is to let you know where we started. So there is already a workbook that I created. And as you see here, the Start Here section, just, asking people, what is it you want from us? And then you click on what you want, and it takes you to a specific section of the website. We have an About Us page, which is just, here's our picture, see? I'd update my picture, but, I have even less hair, so we'll just leave it alone. And here you'll see, and here's that same video, it's just the blown up version. And then our free report, 10 tips to improve your credit score. That's how we get people to opt in. And I'll be working on tweaking that and so on and so forth as well. And then you'll also see, now we have written books in the past, although right now the books are not going to be a significant part of what we're doing other than the Turn Your Debt into Dollars. Our textbook, which is now available, this is the Turn Your Debt into Dollars. You'll see the previous edition of the textbook. And then Graduate's Guide to Life and Money. I've actually written 2 editions to that book. Same thing with Extra Credit. If you're curious, this book here, Extra Credit, is for people on their way into college. Graduate's Guide to Life and Money is for people on their way out of college. Our textbook is for students while they're in college. And then we have How to Keep Your Kid from Moving Back Home After College, which is for parents of kids that are going to be entering college. There's also a Bitcoin book and Money Made Simple. Now, the only difference is this Bitcoin Profit book is one I did not personally write. This one we got the rights from someone else, and so we listed it on our website, but it was not written by my team, my co-authors and I. Everything else was done by us, so just as an FYI. And then we have our blog, and honestly, I've been so busy, mostly what I do with the blog, because I'm actually, every other week I have I don't know if you want to call it a TV segment. It's like 3 to 4 minutes, just a quick sort of tips on money that I do at a local TV station. So most of my blog posts have literally been from that Money Matters TV segment. I just go in, it's a few minutes I create a template, I have to embed the video, kind of a link to the embedded video, a quick little description, and then some things behind the scenes that I have to make some adjustments for based on the topic of the week. And again, that'll be a different video entirely. I do speaking, professional speaking, and as an author, that was part of being an author, is to establish credibility and authority on a topic. So you'll see I do talks for students, I do talks for parents, faculty and staff, educators and counselors, even peer counselors, and so forth. And I actually do adult learner workshops as well, which is mostly the ones on debt. That's one of the main ones. And that's, again, where the course that I'm going to create is going to come from. Now, you'll see we also did a section on courses, but the only one that's open was PowerPoint. And again, this is one that I purchased the rights from someone else, just as a kind of experiment to play around to get something set up online for people to be able to enroll in. And then you'll see our other courses are not yet open. We haven't created them yet, not completely. And then I have a members area, but again, because the courses aren't really open yet, and I haven't started the coaching yet, there's nothing to really log into here. However, there is, so let me give you an example. You're interested in financial coaching, you click Learn More here, and what that does, it kind of takes you to a section that just simply says, hey, it's coming, but it's not here. Now, actually, I have to change the countdown timer because I set it for December 31st of 2018. Now I've got to reset the timer once I figure out when I think I might get there. Same thing with business coaching, has the same exact concept, right? I just have to change it. You just notice I changed the colors. It's blue for the business, green for the financial. And that's kind of the color scheme that I'm working on here. Okay, and then courses and so forth. So that just shows you how our website is. And like I said, the background part is that we have a business in the sense that we created books, we created textbooks, we do some consulting. I've done one-off, I do paid presentations, but all this is part-time. It's not like we're making a ton of money here. By looking at my tax return, I'm still a college professor. That's my primary source of income. And my goal is to actually change that. I will always want to be a professor. Just as an example, we were talking one day, my wife and I, and it was one of the days that the lottery got to like 500 million or whatever. We don't play the lottery, but we were just kind of talking about it. And I was like, what would a person do with that much money? And my wife said, I'm buying buy a beach house and move to the beach and we're done. And I said, really? You'd want to quit your job? I said, I love teaching. I would actually keep teaching if we won the money. Our lifestyle would change a bit, but I would still teach. And she looked at me and she said, well, I'll send you a postcard from the beach. So that just tells you. But I love education. I love teaching students. I love working with people one-on-one. I love to be able to help people, take them from point A to point B, let them see things in a different way or see things they hadn't been able to see before. So I absolutely love that. But that's our background. We've been doing this since about 2010, late 2010. our very first contract we got was to actually create a personal finance certification for a nonprofit organization. In other words, they own the cert. They paid us to create all the content, the workbook, the textbook, the testing materials, the accrediting assessments and so forth. That was all done by us. That was our first contract. And then from there, again, it's been mostly workshops and seminars and that sort of thing, along with some books in the textbook. So that's kind of where we are. And like I said, what I decided was I didn't like the stop and start. We didn't really market our speaking very much, mostly because it's hard to travel when you're teaching. I can't just keep canceling classes and travel. And so what I decided was I wanted to be able to take my content online to reach more people, and I won't have to travel in order to educate folks and to deliver my workshops and training. So in future videos, I'm going to start explaining kind of my funnel concept, how we're going to start driving people in to the sales funnel, if you will, to market to folks, and where I think I'm going to be able to deliver value. But in the meantime, what's going to happen is you're just going to get to follow this journey as I walk along here and go through the course that I'm taking and start building. I'm going to start with a pilot, piloting this online course for getting out of debt, and get the feedback, make some course corrections, some tweaks, and go from there. And like I said, you'll get to follow this journey once a week. Thanks a lot, guys. I will see you next week.